Let's go, Peach.
This is
everything. They know that I'm crazy retarded. My shooters run down, no talking. I don't got time for the barking. Bitch, I'ma pull up and park it. Treat you like a blunt, I'ma spark it. They know that I'm crazy retarded. They know that I'm crazy retarded. They know that I'm crazy retarded. They know that I'm crazy retarded.
Peach Radio Show starts now. Let's go.
Take a moment to tap into PeachEnt. Download the mobile app. All the information is on my website, PeachEnt.com. Again, that's PeachEnt.com. Check me out. Also, follow me every single Sunday on Indamix Radio from 12 to 2.
Yes.
It's showtime. Oh, man, it's Sunday again. Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to the Peach Radio Show, produced by PeachEnt, home of the check-in where I go within and share my thoughts of the week. Also, the home of the best indie artists in the whole wide world. So tap in. Also, get your music played by emailing me at music@peachent.com. That is the new email address, music@peachent.com. Continue to follow, like, and share Indamix Radio on all streaming platforms. My favorite is Apple, hands down. Shout out to Patrick once again for the opportunities. Now, also, as usual, every show to watch the videos and the visuals of everything played on PeachEnt, the Peach Radio Show. Please take out your mobile phones, go to the App Store and download the PeachEnt app. Also, follow me. Well, actually, like, share, and follow me on YouTube at PeachEnt Brands. So, listen, y'all. Tonight's check-in topic is a little different. I'm going to go at a different angle, so I hope that you enjoy it. The topic for tonight is BAN. And you probably like, yo, what is a BAN? Well, in ghetto terms and hood terms, you know it as a bitch ass nigga. Tonight we're going to talk about the anatomy of a bitch ass nigga, how did they become bitch ass niggas, and how to recognize a bitch ass niggas. Ladies, it is getting hot, and you know they're going to be out here in these streets. So we're going to talk about how do you actually recognize one, and if you should stay away from one, and who's actually creating these mugs, right? But first, let's play some indie music for one of my fave artists from 5 years ago during my Plug Studio Network days. Jay Norval is Go. Go, 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 go. Let me know what you think under the comments at PeachEnt. Let's go.
Crazy. PeachEnt.
That's my ish.
Let me tell you that your body's so appealing. It's just something that's hard to resist. The way you move that ass left to right, shaking it fast, makes me wonder what I gotta do for that first kiss. Got me losing all control, baby girl, you got a hold. Sexy mama got a nigga going crazy. You blowing my mind, little miss, you got me tied up. See, all I wanna know is will you give me that go, 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 go. That ready, set, go, set, go, 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 go. Give me that go. slow it down. Mamacita so fine, got me waiting impatient for you to put it on me. Yeah. It's a different kind of fire burning through my soul. Come ride with me tonight. I'll keep you moaning and groaning. I'll explore your body like a tour. So will you give me that? Go. They're ready, set, go. They're ready, set, give me that go. Over in your corner, all the spotlight, sweat dripping from your body. Yeah. Come smoke this marijuana to be on my mic, cause you know that I'm gonna eat that pussy up. You over in your corner, feeling all the spotlight, sweat dripping from your body. Yeah. Come smoke this marijuana to be on my mic, cause you know that I'm gonna beat that pussy up. The way that you're moving your body, girl, I'm telling you that it can compare. You steaming it up in there all the way, so dripping everywhere. You know that the vibe is right tonight, so won't you just come along? I swear that you'll be mine before the end of this song. Go. They're ready, set, go. They're ready, set, give me that go. They're ready, set, go. They're ready, set, give me that go. Give me that go. Give me that.
Go. How did y'all like that, Jay Norville? Yo, listen, if you are just listening to the audio, the visuals is fire. Like, listen, I'm seeing girls in negligees and fishnets. So go inside the PeachEnt Mobile app so you could catch these fire ass visuals, yo. It is funny as hell. I mean, but might be enjoyable to you. So anyway, as usual, if you're tapped in with Peach ENT, the Peach Radio Show, you know at this point I am on my brand wall and I gotta promote my ish, right? Shout out to Patrick and Indamix, but I gotta pump that Peach ENT Peach Radio shit vibe to y'all. All right. So first up, to the left of me, I'm giving you my whole schedule because I produce shows throughout the week. Just in case you miss me or you want the similar vibe of Peach, you want to tap into all the shows produced by me. So, Tuesday, I produce LGBTQ plus in Black is a nonprofit show. It's for both allies, which is friends of the community that's interested in learning more about what it means to be LGBTQ plus and gaining understanding. And it's just sheer entertainment if you're a part of the community. Next up, Thursday, tune in for Uphill Battle at 8 p.m., which is a politics on tilt show. Yo, hosted by Dion and his son. So it's like a father and son duo chatting it up and sharing, and sharing their views and letting you know what's going on the political landscape. So you want to tap in at 8 p.m. And then Fridays, yo, if you are looking to change your life, tap into Beyond the Mind at 8 p.m., hosted by Talib and Sheffrin. Yo, They give you the techniques that you need to get yourself right. And that last show was awesome, especially if you are a male, yo. They're talking about creating groups for men. They've recognized that there is a lack within the community, especially the Black or whatever you consider yourself, indigenous community. So tap in and learn more. And listen, and if you love me, and you want to hear my voice before Sunday, tap in and check in with me at 12 p.m. ish. You know, assist be running behind. 12 p.m. ish, where I share my week and I drop the link and I allow other people to come up and just chat it up with me, get shit off their chest, share your brand. You know, that's Saturday to check in 12 p.m. ish with the one and only Peach. To watch this again, you got to download the mobile app Peach ENT in both Android and iPhone stores, or you could just follow me on YouTube or IG at Peach ENT Brands. So next, below that, again, is the check-in blog. I tell you each and every week to share your testimony. Download my mobile app and hit that check-in blog now and share your stories. Share an experience that you went through and let me know how you came through so I can read it or invite you up on the show so you can share it with the world so someone else can learn some new coping techniques, right? We don't always have to go to the therapist for most things, only the serious things, but it's some minor things that you might know that help push you through that can help someone else immediately and change their life, right? So next up, I have tap into Indamix Radio 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. for yours truly, the Peach ENT show, the Peach Radio show. You know what I'm saying? Now, with this, all you have to do is hit your search engine and type in the mix radio, Indamix radio. And listen, Patrick is he is, oh my God, worldwide famous. Soon as you type in the mix, all the options pop up. Pick the best option for you. And remember to tune in to me Sundays, 12p to 2p. Next is inside my mobile app. I have my blogs. I have multiple ones. Tap in. I will begin to start writing again. I shared with you last week that I am transitioning from doing the actual check-in to the Peach Radio show. So it's been a lot of rebranding and things going on in the background, but the blogging shall resume. And I am excited to announce that there's a strong possibility that might have found me an intern to help me out. So I am excited. My personal assistant. So stay tuned and I'll be chatting it up with you, and maybe I'll have him or her come up and introduce themselves, because you're going to have to get acquainted with them to actually get in touch with me. All right. So the blog portion, to go ahead and get your music played on Peach ENT, Peach Radio Show. You can do that by emailing your MP3s, MP4s, whatever you have. Let me know your name, contact information to music@peachent.com. Again, that's music@peachent.com. So now we done went through my brand wall. So we're going to continue on, and I'm going to hit you with the next banger. Also, added into the show. I figured, all of us are aspiring to become something. So I added a little segment called Get Inspired, where I share short clips from celebs, letting you know how they were once in our position And then they got inspired, how they made it to where they are, what changed for them. So I hope you enjoy it. Also, I have a mini commercial from one of my closest friends, business partner, and affiliates, Maybach Mel, that's also an actual content creator on YouTube. But I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. I'm going to go ahead and get to this next portion so you can hear these bangers, hear this get inspired video, and also check out what Maybach Mel got going on. I'll see you on the other side and we can start to discuss the BANs. All right? See you on the other side.
What you waiting for? Tune in to my Q&A interview series, Questions by Maybach Mel. You never know who my special guest may be. So subscribe to my channel at Maybach Mel 1804.
Get inspired.
Tap at the brow, follow the signs.
I missed out. I convinced myself of that. I was like, stop thinking about it, because you can't do it now. You know, I really believed that. I was like, you know how it is, you get pregnant young in a small town, you got a job, y'all together, get married, you know, y'all got a little house. We had like a nice little 3-bedroom house we had found that we was renting out for $650 a month. It was like, okay, this us, you know. Lord, if I can get $650
now, okay, Lord, break
for a 3-bedroom,
yes.
Lord, sign me up for it. But yeah, so we was just like, I convinced myself I couldn't have it no more. You know, that I messed up. And so I was gonna have to be all right with it. When God woke me up one morning, it felt like an earthquake happened in Greensboro. My bed shook, and it startled me. I woke up and I heard a voice that sounded like thunder. And the voice said, "This is not the life I planned for you." And I was like, scared. And I got on my knees and I started praying. I was like, God, if this is you speaking to me, I need you to show me a sign today. Because if not, I think I'm losing my mind. And I told my husband what happened. I think he did think I was crazy. And later that day, we were on our way to the mall, and that's when Buster Brown came on the radio. And he said, "Hey, this is Buster Brown. I got a new TV show with the WB network, and I'm holding auditions looking for a female co-host." And I knew that was my sign. I went crazy in the car. I was like, that's my sign. I gotta go to this audition. And I went to the audition. I booked that job. And that was my first audition. And that's when I started dreaming again. So
PeachEnt. Play the next banger.
That's my ish.
Just to make this.
Fire!
I turn it up when I get on the beat, it be sliding, you know how it's going down. I get to the top, but I ain't acting funny. 1 minute you up, then you can't go down. I fuck it up, then I get it right back. You know how I come, I don't play around. Don't be in the mix, don't fuck with that bitch. She moving her lips, but don't make a sound. She don't want no beef, cause I'm bringing that heat and I'm holding the crown, better bow down. They fucking with me, cause they know if I blow, then I'm going on tour with the whole town. When I come to your city, I'm looking for gas. Matter of fact, I'ma name me a whole pound. Do it for the fam, cause I wanna be rich. You just want the clout, now how that sound. I swear I was down for a bit, I thank God that I'm back. I was lost, but now I'm found. You won't catch me out and about, cause I feel like they after me, that's why I be homebound. And don't give a fuck who you with, you ain't making no noise, coming down when I'm round. Nah, I don't fuck with you goofy, so they making me pack shit, it's trash, you look like clowns. Boy stuff and got a bag, bitch, made him tell me where his stash is. Found the keys, had to grab him, foreign whip, almost crashed it. Buy some chains to get my jewels up, record a track and make a cool cut. Hit the butt, cause I don't do much, candy trash when you hear such. It's in the game, I ain't playing fair. Nice brows, but they don't care. Talk shit, all they do is stare. Think I care, I don't really care. Rule number 1, I'm never number 2. Rule number 2, always pay your due. Rule number 3, don't ever come for me. Rule number 5, I ain't going live. Cool, calm, collected, so I ain't never tripping. I be on my shit, so I ain't never slipping. Got a couple niggas, I be really pimping. Big E, fuck opposition. I got the trees on trees, talking that green on green. Niggas catch homies on homies. I'm talking about body for body. Like fuck is you talking about? I run up in your mouth. I see some haters and it's time to point them out. Bitches is ops, they fuck the whole team. They ain't get no money, no cheddar, no cream. They brag like they pussy, but pussy be trash. No beauty, no brains, just one of my ass. I rap the rack, but I ain't from the shop. Token at 8, that circle that high. I'm getting money, stacking dough, that's for show. She thinks she a wife, she really a hoe. I mind my business and I stay out the way, and never play around wherever I lay. Dollar signs, the only thing that I chase. Dash on the dummy like I'm in a race. Dollar Size the only thing that I chase. That's on a dummy like I'm in a rich. You need that when I get on the beat, it be sliding. You know how it's going down. I get to the top, but I ain't acting funny. 1 minute you up, then you can't go down. I fuck it up, then I get it right back. You know how I come, I don't play around. Don't be in the mix, don't fuck with that bitch. She moving her lips, but don't make a sound. She don't want no beef, cause I'm bringing that heat and I'm holding the crown. Better bow down. They fucking with me, cause they know if I blow, then I'm going on tour with the whole town. When I come to your city, I'm looking for gas. Matter of fact, I'ma need me a whole pound. Do it for the fam, cause I wanna be rich. You just want the clout, now how that sound.
Big G.O.B. I ain't chucking nothing. I ain't go through hell and I had no heaven. Y'all tripping.
I've been through it all, yeah. Highs, lows, hell and back. You can bet I stay solid through it all, yeah. And I'm still here. I got the right for me to feel like I'm the one, yeah. Look at where we from, yeah. You can let me live.
They said I wouldn't be alive to see 25. Newsflash, I'm alive and watching my money rise. Gang full of funny guys. I ain't in the laughing mood. Handyman, I pack a tool. Show you what this ratchet do. I just wanna chill and get topped off. Buy a bad and bougie, brought a Gucci, ain't a knockoff. Is that too much to ask for? Nigga, what you mad for? You the one that wanna see a limit on my cash flow. Same nigga smiling in my face like congrats, bro, but throwing hella shade as soon as I turn my back, though. It's hard to remain humble when you have 1,000,001 niggas aiming at you. How can you not become an asshole? Looking at my past, yo, I ain't never ever going back, bro. Put that on everything I love, and on that note, I had to separate the real from the fake, the love from the hate, my dogs from the snakes,
Through it
yeah.
all, yeah. Highs, lows, hell and back. You can bet I stay solid through it all, yeah. And I'm still here. I got the right for me to feel like I'm the one, yeah. Look at where we from, yeah. Nigga, let me live. Let me live, 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 let me live. Let me live, 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 let me live.
They said I'd probably go to prison, do a life sentence. Newsflash, I'm out here chilling, plotting on millions, follow my vision. Now they calling like, what's up with you, Gov? I see you got a little buzz, I'm trying to fuck with you. What time you hanging out? I'm trying to live it up with you. It's all love till you tell them spin a buck with you. That's when the true colors show. They start throwing subliminal shots and wonder why I walk around with trust issues. I used to have a clique of 50 niggas. 50 niggas eventually dwindled down to 10. And we in the trenches, getting to the chick is strictly business. Balling on niggas senseless, similar to the 04 Pistons. It's a fact when you do something great. Niggas hearts pump jealousy, eyes show envy. You spot it from a mile away. That's when you separate the real from the fake, the love from the hate, your dogs from the snakes,
Through it
nigga.
all, yeah. Highs, lows, hell and back. You can bet I stay solid through it all, yeah. And I'm still here. I got the right for me to feel like I'm the one, yeah. Look at where we from, yeah. Nigga, let me live. Let me live, 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 let me live. Let me live, 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 let me live.
Time to check in, sis. Are you ready to go within? I am.
Oh man, so we back on the other side. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you just missed out on a lot of fab music, bangers, inspiration. So let me ask you guys, right? Were you inspired by that clip with Tabitha Brown? How she said, God was the reason why she is where she is today. She was asking for a sign and she received one. Also, yo, KD, that is my girl. She is always coming through for the 302 with them bangers. The name of that was How That Sound. Please follow KD on YouTube. Yo, she is fire. And as usual, making it to the last three, what is this? The third episode of the Peach Radio Show is Big Gov, Let Me Live, which I thought was the perfect song to bring in our topic, right? Which is BAN, a bitch ass nigga. Like, yo, if you a bitch ass nigga, right? Isn't that the perfect song? Don't you want to live? Like, listen, let me live. If I want to be a bitch ass nigga, let me be a bitch ass nigga. Yeah, I'm sorry. Every time I say, I just laugh because I think about the multiple times I've actually said that in life, calling people a bitch ass nigger in my younger years. I am almost halfway 100, so it just sounds funny to me. So pardon me for laughing, and I know you probably laughing too, just to hear it, especially if you born in the 70s or 80s. So of course, your girl had to create some slides on this topic, bitch ass nigga, right? And we're gonna turn it over and just start using the BAN terminology. And I will actually upload these slides within my mobile app, the PeachEnt Mobile App. If you want to download it and share these slides on your social media pages. And of course, if you're listening, I'm going to go ahead and read because I know you can't see the visuals, but you can see the visuals if you follow me on my personal social media pages and download the mobile app. It's in both stores. I make it easy. But anyway, so let's talk about what is a BAN, right? We all throw that word around, especially chicks. Like, yo, we notorious for calling our man, the BANs whenever they don't do what we want, whenever we're angry with them, and behind their backs to our friends and maybe some of our relatives, we always calling them BANs. But do we know what we're calling them and why? So of course, I had to do a deep dive and research with a BAN. Listen, your sis was all in the urban dictionaries, encyclopedias, all online, everywhere looking to come up with the perfect definition. And I think that I got it. So, number one, a BAN is actually, it's a freaking noun, right? The BAN is a noun. And I'm laughing, right? And it's used to describe a man who is weak, soft, cowardly, or lacks integrity, right? Is that what you use it for? I think that's what I used it for during my lifetime when I wanted to call somebody like a punk or, the BAN. The second definition is someone who talks tough but doesn't back it up with action. That tough dude, y'all all at the bar, you think he got your back. Some dudes roll up, hey girl, how you doing? They try to run their hand across your behind. Niggas do all that slick shit. And then the BAN that's with you, it's like, come on, girl, let's go home. You always starting trouble. And you looking at him like, damn, fam, I thought you had my fucking like, yo, you're a bitch ass nigga. You let them touch my ass. Or the BANs that pop off at chicks and you think you got a real one on your side, but you got a BAN too. And he just like, well, come on, don't pay them no attention. No, he done called me all kinds of names. Aren't you going to defend my honor? Oh, man, you know how these, listen, a BAN. And third, a disrespectful term for a person who is fake, untrustworthy, and not to be respected. Listen, these BANs be scamming. The BANs, especially, when it gets cold, they done been out all summer and then it gets cold and they trying to lock you down because they need somewhere to lay their head. Yeah, sis, that's a BAN. fake, untrustworthy, and not to be respected. And you know what? Another version of the BAN in the hood is that mug that you let in your house and you think it's all good. You know, y'all done tossed around the sheets. You headed to work because you crazy enough to leave them in your house and then your shit pop up missing. Yeah, that is a BAN. Like, yo, I tell you, this topic is going to be lit. So I don't know if you are watching this, the visuals, and you're on my YouTube page, please, after watching it, leave in the comment section and I'll read it during the next show. Do you think this is the perfect definition of a BAN? Or, do you have something that you want to add to the BAN? Now, behind the scenes, I have a guest. I'm going to see if this guest wants to come up and add on to this definition, or are you just watching the show? Guest, pop up. Actually, you guys, it's one of the sponsors in my affiliate, Maybach Mel, whose commercial you actually saw. So, Mel, did you have anything you wanted to add to the BAN definition, or you just listening in?
I'm doing both. What I was going to tell you is, take a little breather, take your time, because you're going in. And it sounds like you're getting out of breath. All right, so take your time. Yeah, I just wanted to say, everyone has different meanings to certain, to different words and stuff like that. I would say, to me, a BAN, for me, where I call, a male out of their name, well, not maybe necessarily to their face, but I might use that BAN word, is someone who don't stand on respect, morals, integrity, as you said, earlier, someone who doesn't stand for those things, that would be considered a BAN to me. Someone who is out with, whether it's his wife, fiance, girlfriend, or it could be his female homie, and the female friend, wife, girlfriend, fiance gets disrespected by another man, and he doesn't stand up and defend that woman, that can be considered a BAN, such you said. There's other ones too. The touching and stuff, we could kind, because some women, y'all kind of invite this type of thing. I'm not saying for somebody to violate y'all. I'm not saying that. It's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Some men feel like, especially nowadays, um, a man will quickly grab, and this is women too, or people in general, will quickly grab a phone and record. You know what I'm saying? Instead of defending, a woman's honor, which there was a viral video where I saw a woman being assaulted by a police officer, and there was a lot of men around, and they just pulled out their phone and recorded. I feel like if that was back in the 80s, these men would have had to, put hands on that officer, you know what I mean, and deal with the consequences later. A BAN too is a man who I feel like, that puts hands on women.
Yes.
That's definitely a BAN. For some people will say it's DV. DV means domestic violence. 209A, and stuff like that. But that would be considered a BAN. We're naturally stronger than women. So I feel like it don't matter what the woman is calling you, whether they calling you out your name, or she might have, put the index finger to the forehead, popped you in your forehead a couple of times, so smack, smack you behind the head. I still don't feel like, as the way I was raised, I can't speak for no one else. If I've been in those type of situations, you know what I've done? Because I have the power. I look at the female and I just said, you got that? And when you calm down, let's have a conversation. I grab my car keys and I leave. That's what real men are supposed to do. And it's not about being real. It's just about what men are supposed to do, is diffuse the situation. Because if I put my hands on her, she could basically end up in the ER, or she could be unalive, and I'm not trying to have that,
True.
exactly. So I would consider a men that put hands on women, to me, no matter what the circumstance is. I'm not saying it's right
for a female to do that, to put hands on men. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. So let's not twist my words. I'm just saying, if she's acting out of control, remove yourself. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So it doesn't go any further, you know? And there's been a lot of these videos lately too of, both parties or both genders unaliving their partners on live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and all of that. I think it's just crazy to, to do that. That you can't remove yourself. You don't have the strength or the power to remove yourself. So I mean, again, this acronym could vary for different people in different situations and circumstances, So, but me, I would really call another a guy a BAN if he doesn't stand on respect, morals, integrity, and stuff like that, Because to me, it's always been character over currency. There's people that will, that could be considered a BAN, and it could go towards women too. Not the BAN, I'm pretty sure there's an
No, they're
abbreviation.
not BANs. They
Yeah, I forgot the
listen,
abbreviation.
they're called nigger bitches by
Oh,
Star.
oh, wow.
So they the
That's crazy.
NBs, nigger
Uh-huh.
bitches.
That's crazy. Some people will say masculine, masculine women and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Again, you know, it's just we're in crazy times right now. That's all I gotta say, But continue. I'm listening.
Oh wow. So listen, when I recreate this fly, I'm going to add on there a man that puts his hand on a woman, because I definitely didn't even think to add that. That is definitely a BAN moment where
Hmm.
you feel like you got to address a woman with the hands. You are
Yeah.
a bitch ass. I'm gonna just say you're a bitch ass nigga, and it deserves to be under the definition of a BAN.
Correct. There's a lot of men like
Wow.
that. There's a lot of gentlemen's like, I don't want to say gentlemen, but there's a lot of BANs that's like that. They won't quick to do that with another man, but they will do that with women, definitely. And that tells me more about that person, that individual. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people will say, well, statistics shows because he saw his father doing it. I mean, we could use that as an excuse, but I personally know, some guys that grew up where you know, they watch their fathers, abuse their mothers, physically and stuff like that, not just verbally or mentally, and they're not that type of men. You get what I'm saying? So everything is a
Right.
choice, So, people tend to make excuses, and me, I'm not, me. You know how I am. I embrace solutions before I embrace excuses. Excuses for the birds. You know what I mean? Let's talk about solutions, how we can solve this, how we can get better, how we can be better, and stuff like that. That's what I like embracing, not excuses. But yeah, definitely. I don't think you forgot. I just think you probably didn't think, you know,
I
to
wasn't thinking that way. No, I was
yeah,
not. I was
yeah.
not, because again, when I think of a bitch ass nigga is, a feminized man, but that is very feminized to decide to fight a woman. So yes, I'm glad you came up so I can add that.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you're being abused, that is a bitch ass nigga. And you need to get out and seek resources. That's the
Hmm.
bitch ass nigga to the extreme.
Men too. There's men that's being violated, that's being abused too by women too. Now, let's
Yeah,
be
I
fair.
know, but this
Yeah,
ain't
let's be
that.
fair.
But this ain't about that. This is about the
Uh,
BANs. Maybe we'll have a nigger bitch show. We could
maybe.
talk about
I
all the
mean, to come
things
up with a
that they
different name,
do.
that name is diabolical. That name is
Well,
diabolical.
hey, it is what it is. If you want to talk about a man acting like a female, then a female acting like a man is a nigger bitch.
Mhm. That's crazy.
But let's move on to what the characteristics of a BAN is, because again, we are out here saying all this wild stuff about people calling them BANs and all of this stuff, and in their face, women, you got your little nails done, you're jumping in their face, you a bitch ass nigga, you da da da. So what does it look like? What brings you to that moment to say, yo, they go a BAN? There he go. That's who he is. So, as usual, Peach style, I created a list. And again, I'm going to upload all of these lists inside my mobile app. So you got to download it if you would like to like and share them. Maybe I'll put them on my YouTube. What do you think, Mel? You think people will benefit from these lists that I created?
I can't really see the list. What is the list again? About BANs, different
Yeah,
types of BANs.
characteristics of a
Mm-hmm.
BAN. I'm gonna read them for the people that can't actually see the visuals because again, we are on radio and they have to go into the app or go to YouTube to see it. So I'm gonna read it. The characteristics of a BAN. Number one, talks big, moves small. Always loud about what they will do, but when it's time to act, nothing, no follow through. Do y'all know any BANs like that? Just take a moment and think about all the men in your life who moves like that. It's a strong possibility they're a BAN. I mean, I know I've had men like that in my life that would tell me some big stuff and never follow through. I had men tell me, "Oh, you know, listen, I'm gonna help give you a deposit for the car. I know that you got to do a lot for your children." Yeah, big move, right? But it never happened. You know
Can
what
I
ended up
interject?
happening? Yeah, go ahead.
Um, I don't feel like that's a BAN. I feel like that's just somebody that talks. I would like to say, that might be a talker and no motion, no action, but that's just my opinion. But I land my plane.
But listen, you not a female, and that's an utter letdown to us to tell us something and you don't follow through. Cause listen, I thought I was gonna be driving me a fly ass car. I thought I was gonna have a hefty down payment, and all I got was a walk to the a ride to the car dealership, looking at cars, and the nigga asking me how much money do you got to put down. So that's a BAN moment. Talking big, moving small. So, number two, the BAN will switch up under pressure. Solid when things are easy, but folds, disappears, or changes sides when it gets uncomfortable. So that's the club fight BAN, where shit get thick and that BAN be trying to escape. Like, yo, we ain't I'm not down for that. I'm not down for when it gets hard. But you know what, ladies? Let me give you an example of a switching up BAN that I had. Like, I had a man, I'm not even going to say who it is because I don't want to offend nobody. I don't know who watches the Beach Radio show, right? And then, Mel, you could chime in. I had a man where I was going through hard times or whatever, right? And I was short on my electric bill. When the lights got cut off, he didn't give me money towards it. And you know this nigga had a nerve to pack up this BAN, packed up and went to his mom's house until the lights was back on. Now tell me that's not a BAN moment.
That's crazy. That's wild. So he left you to deal with the situation by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nasty
And
work.
I had children with me, so
Yeah, that's nasty work. Nah, man. We would have been in the dark together. You know what I mean? Or I would have went to the Dollar Tree and got a bunch of candles, like 100 candles or something. I would have figured something out. Bunch of flashlights pointing up at the ceiling. You know what I mean? Reflecting off of the ceiling to give us something. You get what I'm saying? I probably would have called Pedro or Pablo and tell them, can they do some wiring to give us some, you know, jump somebody else's electricity, you know what I mean? And run it through the house, something.
Hey, listen, it was a hot mess. I had my few little candles, and me and my children huddled up in one room because I was fucking with a BAN. All right. So the third one is no accountability, blames everyone else, never owns mistakes, always got an excuse ready. Now, I know you probably got a lot to say about that, Mel. The no accountability. I know in my life I had some BANs that never took responsibility for anything. Even their cheating, they couldn't take responsibility for.
Yeah. Well, that's the it's everyone else but them. You know what I mean? Everyone else but them. So everyone else is the problem, but they're not. They just perfect. Everything they do is perfect. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, knowing that no one's perfect, not even Jesus. He was crucified. So how is your ass perfect?
yeah.
Oh no, not me, not me. It was them. It was them. Oh,
What
I
they call
cheated
them?
on you because of you.
Don't they call those with the Delulus, right? Delulus?
Yeah,
Isn't
the
that the nickname?
Lulus.
Yeah, they delusional, it's everyone else. So everybody, I mean everybody that they have a problem with, it's them, it's always others, but it's never them. Isn't that kind of like a narcissist? Isn't that kind of them too? Don't they always blame, they
Yeah.
never take accountability?
Yes. Could be.
Hmm. But continue.
Mm.
I'm listening. Continue.
Oh. Oh my God. All these BANs. So that means narcissists could be bitch ass niggas. Listen, you adding to the list, ladies. I hope you are listening and you are taking notes because listen, we dropping it for you. You gonna know how to spot these BANs this summer when you got your cute little dresses on and your high heels. Don't fall for it. So the fourth one is fake loyalty. You know what that I don't know. Smiles in your face, different energy behind your back, only around when it benefits them. Okay. Yeah.
That's I
Okay.
think that's more like a sucker. You know what I mean? I mean, they're
Really?
loyal because it's convenient when you're right there. But real loyalty is really tested when you're not around. You know what I mean? So if somebody comes to that person and like say someone comes to me and they talking about you, behind your back, do I entertain it? Do I engage or do I shut it down? You know what I mean? And stand up for you, you know? That's when true loyal is being tested or loyalty is being tested is, it's easy to, again, like you said, it's easy to hold somebody down when they're next to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said, it's easy to be around when everything is going good. That's
Right.
not when you're measured or tested. You're measured when the going gets tough. Do you come around and show support? Do you hold somebody down? You know what I mean? That's when, it's kind of like when someone passes away. You know what I mean? They talk about all the positive that you did in other people's, how you impact other people's lives in a positive manner. It don't matter if you how many degrees you have, how many properties you own, vehicles you own. None of
Right.
that gets brought up. So it's the same thing. It's easy to hold anybody down when everything is going smoothly and it's a smooth sailing ride. But when the ride gets bumpy, you know, where are you?
Right.
You know,
Right.
that's when it
Right.
counts. Yeah.
I like your perspective. When I think about fake loyalty, especially in hood terms, I think about the goddamn friend, the BAN that sleeps with their homie's girl. Ain't that
Correct.
a bitch ass nigga move? Like,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
just
That
like
is a fact.
why?
But remember, the young me would have been like, yeah, it's Tyrone's fault, right? And never really like blame the female. But that's both of the parties. Because she's with me, and that Tyrone's my homeboy, but Tyrone gets the smash and you give it up. Oh yeah, both of y'all are BANs. You know what I'm saying? He is, and she is too. Me, everybody's gonna get some. I'm not being biased over here now. I'm not gonna call Tyrone the BAN and Tasha gets the scapegoat. Nah. Tasha's a BAN too.
Well,
Yeah.
Tasha can't be a BAN. She gotta be, you know what?
Well,
A
I'm calling her
NB.
BAN too, and then she's for the streets too. Yeah. She's gonna be everything. She's gonna be a hottie thottie. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's gonna be all of that. I'm just saying. She's gonna get called everything under the sun. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Everything and
fake
anything negative is what I'm
loyalty.
calling her. But yeah.
Yeah, but you know what else comes to mind with this fake loyalty when we watched them crazy ass movies, them hood movies about the drug game, and
Correct,
your
correct,
whole homie still your block, still
correct.
your drug enterprise. Isn't that a
Yeah, yeah,
BAN too?
yeah. Like like what happened to Rich Porter and Paid in Full when we could, just to give people the visual, because it's based on a true story. Like when Cameron shot Makai Pfeiffer, that was some that was some bitch ass nigga shit right there. He said, what he say to him, and what he said? He said, you got 12 bricks right there. He said, yeah, I got 12 bricks right there. He said, what? Pull out his gun and said, pow, just shot him and took the bricks. Like that was some bitch ass shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Cameron played a good role. He played the role right, but that was some bitch ass shit though. Yeah, that's bitch ass nigga shit right there. A BAN. Yeah, disloyal
Damn.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Yo, ladies, fellas, it looks like we done listen, even men gotta be on high alert for the BANs.
That's a
This is
fact.
crazy. So let's get to number 5. Disrespectful but indirect. Throw slick shots, passive aggressive comments, or hides behind jokes instead of being real. Now it's that you know what? I'm kind of conflicted with this one because that makes me feel like, I mean, doesn't that kind of feel like sarcasm too?
Can be. It depends. Again, read it one more time for me.
Okay, so disrespectful but indirect. Throw slick shots, passive aggressive comments,
Oh yeah, that's
or
yeah,
hides
definitely.
behind jokes instead of being real.
Definitely BAN. Yeah, because they want to say slick shit instead of just being straight, just being upfront and
Uh
blunt. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, okay. So damn, so but that kind of sounds like sarcasm because when you sarcastic, you say things with hidden meanings without being direct.
Not
So
all
how
the
do you
time.
draw
That
that
depends.
line?
It depends on the person. You know what I mean? It depends. It's kind of like what you're basically saying. It's like they say in a lot of jokes, there's some truth to it. So the person's like, "Yo, you look fat." They don't want to call you fat, but they saying you look fat, and they joking. They put it in a joke. That can again. It all depends on the individual. You know what I mean? I don't want to say everyone that jokes around that says something meaning they saying it in a slick way, or if they being sarcastic, they really me when I'm being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being funny. You know what I mean? I'm not taking those slick shots. I'm not saying nothing subliminally through me being sarcastic. I don't got that time. I don't got time for that. You know me. I don't know if it's the Libra in me, to the Libras, they know we could be very brutal, we could be very blunt, we could be very honest, and some people can take it and some people can't. I don't got time to be saying shit, for you to go try to figure it out and be like, oh, an hour later to realize that I just disrespected you an hour later. Because you know what I mean? I said it in a slick manner. Nah, I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna tell you. And I ain't gonna tell again, I ain't gonna have an audience around me too if I'm gonna say something to you. It's gonna be me and you on the phone or face to face, and I'm gonna say it to you, you know, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, it all again, that's why I said it has to depend on the individual, the type of person, their character. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
Yeah.
could roll with that. I could roll with that. So, sort of like, I guess what they're saying here in context, disrespectful but indirect, meaning like those mean girl shows where the
hmm
person just outright say something,
hmm
and because they're supposed to be your friend, you're like laughing, but they're like, "No, I'm really serious.
Yeah,
Like
they
I'm
taking a
saying it,
shot.
but I'm smiling and I'm joking."
Correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they doing it in front of an audience. You know what I'm saying? And then you thinking you're like, yo, hold on. My intuition is telling me this bitch is disrespecting me right now. But you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone's laughing, they laughing. You know what I mean? But again, it could sound condescending too. Like you're like, hold on, this bitch taking a slick shot at me. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of bitch ass niggas that do that. You know what I mean? And again, to me, this shit it goes for both genders. It ain't just, but I get it. This is for the men, but hey, I'm here to hold us down too. You heard me? So this bitch ass, yeah, this bitch ass females too, man. Whatever we want to call them. You know, niggettes, bitch ass niggettes.
Bitch ass niggas. Now that
Yeah,
sound funny as hell.
facts. You know what I mean?
But listen, I like stars better, nigger bitch.
Mm,
That hits
yeah.
harder.
Listen, man, that shit sounds diabolical to me. That shit sounds crazy. You know
It
what I
is
mean? For real.
hard.
It
Now
is.
this one is gonna fuck you up because you like you just said you a Libra, right? And Libras notoriously can't make decisions. At least the ones that I know. So number 6 says can't stay on decisions.
Why? Just because we indecisive, we got to be BANs? What kind of shit is that? If you're asking me if I want fucking baked chicken or fried chicken, what the fuck? I can't be indecisive. I can't be like, God damn, which one do I want? Because last time she made the baked chicken, that shit was bomb. And last time she fried some chicken, that shit was bomb. Why can't we? And this ain't no damn Libra shit, man. This is people in general. Because your ass is indecisive a lot of times. Let's stop with the bullshit. Come on, man. I'm glad we could
No.
curse, right? We could curse, right? Yeah, we
Yes,
on the
we can
radio. We could
curse. We
curse.
on the
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well,
radio.
I'm about to start cursing like a fucking sailor. Y'all, don't let her fool y'all, man. She's super indecisive. All right? She's super fucking indecisive. Don't let
Whatever.
that.
Whatever. Don't
Yeah.
get mad because
Talking about,
Libras might be on the list.
talking about Libras, man. That was some bitch ass shit. That was a slick shot right there. How about that? Yeah. That was that was some slick undertone shot right there. For that was a subliminal one. Though at least the ones
Oh
I
my
know.
god.
For y'all that don't,
Yeah.
well, I just say that I'm a Libra. I think she was taking a shot at me, y'all, and the other ones that she know. Yeah, yeah.
But
Moving on along. The
listen.
cancers too. Cancers are super indecisive. How
Oh
about
no,
that?
we're not. We know what we
Uh,
want.
of course, you're never not. Y'all are just perfect. Yeah, you one of them. We perfect. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you what it says. Let's see if Libras fit under here. Makes moves, then backs out, denies it, or acts like it never happened. So maybe that's not a Libra.
Hold on. Well, yeah, because it's facts. Because you just thought about it. You're like, hold on. When I ask this Negro a question, he gives me a goddamn answer. Yeah. You know, if I say, yo, yo, you want to go over here, Mel? Yeah. Where we going? We going over there? I either tell you, yes, we are, or we know. Or no. I never said yes and then back out and be like, oh, I don't want to go over there no more. You know what I mean? And if I do, I got a great reason why. It ain't no bullshit either. So you
You crazy.
you
You
know I
know
stand on
what?
what I stand on.
You
Go ahead, man.
do. You
Yeah,
do. But I,
facts.
I want to give the ladies an example of this, right? Can't stay on decisions. This is that mug where you make plans with them to meet your family and then they back all the way out like an hour before, or they leave
That's
you at the
crazy.
wedding altar. That's
That's
some
crazy.
true BAN shit right there.
That's nasty work. That's fucked up. You
Oh,
wait a whole hour. So I proposed to you a year in advance, months in advance. We set a date to get married, and I leave you at the fucking altar in your all white dress an hour before. So I had all these months to think about it, and I couldn't break the news to you before that. So or I had plans to meet your family, and I wait an hour of that time and
and
call
don't
you or
show up.
text you, that's some bitch ass shit. That's some bitch ass. That ain't no nigga shit. That's just some bitch ass shit. Period. I don't give a fuck if it's a Mexican who did it. That's some bitch ass shit. Okay? For real. I don't care if it's a Karen that did it. It's some bitch ass shit. You heard? I don't care if it's a white dude named Thomas who did that. That's some bitch ass shit. So we
It's
ain't discriminating
crazy.
over here. Everybody can get it. You heard? So
Mm.
yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a BAN. Ladies, I hope you again take some notes. Take some notes. So number 7 is the last one. And then you can add on because you're a man and you know other men and you might know some other bitch at nigga characteristics. Number 7, energy doesn't match words. Says I got you, I support you, etc. But actions never line up. I could
They,
see that.
they say they support you, but it doesn't add up. Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bitch ass nigga. I mean, I done shared with you, somebody wanted me to support them, which I was supporting them hardcore, No ulterior motive, straight genuine, straight from the heart, and nothing was reciprocated on my end. So I had to, detach and say, yo, homie, you stay where you at, and I'm gonna stay over here, and you a bitch ass nigga. Because I'm pouring into you, but you ain't pouring into me. What kind of shit is that? Where they do that at? And who raised you? You know what I mean? Who raised you, nigga? Because that's foul. If we saying we homies, we brothers, or you my sis, you know what I'm saying? And you sharing my shit and I ain't sharing your shit. We was just talking about this. How I'm on your story every day. You post every day, right? I'm watching your story and there's not one thing that I like. There's not one video that I didn't repost. There's not one video that I didn't comment on. Oh yeah, I'm a bitch ass nigga for that. I stay watching. Yeah, I stay watching. You know what I mean? And I don't repost nothing. I don't reshare. I don't personally hit you up. Now, if I personally hit you up and say something, maybe you might not feel some type of way because you're like, oh, he told me, that video I just posted 2 days ago was, he felt that was real or it was relatable or he experienced it. That might be different. You know what I mean? But if I don't say nothing, but I'm watching, I told you, I got people that watch every day. They do not miss an episode. I kid you not. They watch me like they watching stars. No lie. Like I got a TV series. For real. I post relatable shit. I don't post things that just pertain to me or that might be relatable to me or something I might experience. I post it because
Right.
I'm like, let me get some feedback from the people. And for the most part, I'll say less than half. I do get a response. So I'll salute to them, male and females that do respond, that says, yo, I like that video you just post. My homegirl was just telling me she went through the same thing, whatever it is. But then
Right.
the other ones, man, they just be watching. I'm talking about, like I said, I could post at 3 a.m. and they'll be the first one to watch it. Facts. I'm like, God
Wow.
damn. Yeah, for real. True short story. I
True
could sit.
BANs.
Yeah, true BANs, man. I told you, it ain't. I could drop the N and be like BAs. You know what I mean? Because it ain't nobody exempt from that shit. You know what I mean? From that list. Yeah, true BAs, straight up, bitch asses. You know what I mean? Like they used to say back in the days, they got a lot of bitch assness in them. Facts. For real.
So listen, I'm sure you've done this. Have you ever told somebody you love them and you know damn well you didn't? And your energy just didn't match. You just showed up and told them you loved them because you wanted to get a piece. I know
Um,
you did that in your lifetime. That's a true
Yo, you
BAN
ain't gotta,
moment
you ain't
too.
gotta like prep me to admit that shit. Yeah, I did. When I was young and dumb and full of cum. I mean, there you say we could talk explicit. I'm being explicit. Yes. When I was a teenager, yes, back in the 90s. So I'm kind of giving my age right now. Yes, I did do that for some buns. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's when I was young, dumb, and full of cum. And I didn't know no better. And then it was broken down to me like, yo, you don't play, and me being a Michael Jackson, one of his biggest fans, I should know because he said it in a song. Mama always told me, don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. You know what I'm saying? So again, I should have known because Michael spoke to me through the song. I didn't listen. I wasn't thinking about Michael. I was like, yo,
Uh-huh.
Tasha look good and I want some, and I'm gonna tell Tasha I love her. Yeah,
Oh
I ain't
my
gonna lie.
God.
Yeah, but see,
BAN.
no, ain't no BAN. That was just some bitch ass shit that I did. Yeah, BAS. Okay, that's what that was. That was some BS. That's what that was. It was a lot of bullshitting. That's what I was doing. Okay, I was being like my idol. You know what I'm saying? I was being a smooth criminal. I was, telling her what she wanted to hear. I was whispering sweet nothings. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my
I
goodness.
was buttering her toast. I was buttering her biscuit. I was buttering her bagel and whatever else. Her fucking croissant, French bread, Italian bread. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was buttering everything to get some. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I did do that. But again, the whole point is as we get older, we supposed to, get wiser and mature and learn, hey, what you do, what basically I'll just say simplify it. What you put out in the universe does come back to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you are lying to people, then what do you think is going to happen to you? and it will happen to you in the worst way. You know what I'm saying? Where you're gonna fucking believe somebody to the fullest, and then you know smash your face on the concrete. You feel what I'm saying? So again, it. You know my motto. If you know better, you do better, or you should do better. That's just the fact. Once you know better, you're supposed to do better. You know what I mean? So again, do I go around breaking these women hearts right these days? Hell no. I tell it what it is. You know what I mean? And that's the best way for me. Honesty is the key for me. You know what I mean? And that's what I teach my little ones. You know what I mean? Just be honest. You still gonna get put in punishment, but it's not gonna be that bad if compared to if you lied to your daddy. So but yeah, and I
Ah.
know you did in your time too. You little heartbreak hotel. Yeah,
Oh no, no, no,
yeah.
no,
Stop
no,
it.
no.
You was
I
breaking
was
it.
not
You
a NB. I was not an NB when I was
No, I
younger.
ain't gonna say a nigga. I ain't gonna say the word that I can't. I don't even want to say it. That shit is diabolical. Just
Oh,
saying it.
a nigga. I wasn't a nigger
No,
bitch.
but you did bitch ass shit. You did bitch ass shit. I know you did. I know you told Tyrone, "Well, I love you, Tyrone." Yeah, just to
I
get that
plead the
car.
fifth.
Tyrone told you he gonna
No,
get you a
no.
car, and you told him you love him. Yeah, you told him he was the
Listen,
best
I
you ever
love
had.
everyone. I love
Here
everyone. I
we
just
talking
have a
about
big heart.
when you was young and dumb.
When I was
Okay.
young and dumb, I loved
Yes.
everyone because I had a
Oh,
big
stop it.
heart.
Here we go. See, I told y'all. See, she just proved me right, y'all. I just caught her. I set her up for the trap, y'all. She went for the cheese. I told y'all that's that cancer shit, y'all. They perfect. When they shit is smelling like a garden of roses and shit.
Beautiful roses.
Oh, stop. No, it's not. It smells like a
Listen,
sewage in
don't
a
get
dump,
mad
like
because it
everybody
doesn't
else.
smell like gin and juice.
Nah, listen,
All
man.
right.
No, it's worse. It's smelling like Burger King, McDonald's, and whatever else. All right, that's what it smells like. You
No, but
heard?
listen, since I know a lot of ladies watch this show, right? Could you give us like other BAN moments where the energy doesn't match the words? Like, could you drop some game for this summer so we know what to look for
Oh, your
besides the
comment
I
section is
love
gonna be
you bit?
full. Your comment section is gonna be full with comments, and they're gonna be sharing experiences too. So hit her up and tell them how they
No,
could
I'm
do that.
asking you. You
Oh, you
tell
asking me
me.
what now? Hold on.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, yeah. Tell us secrets. What else do men do? What
What
else,
secrets?
energy doesn't match the words. What other words men weaponize when they
Well,
trying
listen,
to be
me.
with a woman?
Me. I'm big on energy, man. I can't speak for no other man. You know what I mean? I could speak for myself and my past experiences. In trials and lessons and stuff like that. I'm big on energy. I analyze people from head to toe. I'm like a Terminator. I get a whole reading. You know what I mean? I get everything in my peripheral. I get the whole statistics and everything, a whole full breakdown. So I could tell when somebody's lying to me. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is the number one thing for a lot of people. It's not the words. It's about more of the action. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I pay attention to. That's what I really analyze is okay, you said this and you said that. You said this and you said that. Now, let me fall back. Let me just watch you and see if the action is matching to your words. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I can't speak for no other men. So a woman or a dude could say anything. Yo, my nigga, I could give you the best deal possible. Blah, blah, blah. I need to see it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all the talking. Too many of us talk. You know what I'm saying? Some people got the gift to gab. You know what I mean? Some people know how to. I always was told. I'm pretty sure the listeners will can contest to this that you don't do business with fast talkers. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. They talking fast for a reason. They trying to swindle you, and
Right.
scam you and stuff like that. So again, for me, it's always been about the action. So that's what I pay attention to. Action, energy, frequency, vibes. Those are the things that is important to me that I pay attention. So words, I'm not saying words don't have no meaning, but there's a lot of people that they just throw words out there, and what sticks sticks and what doesn't. So I
Okay,
don't get.
so
Yeah,
basically, you got long-winded and basically told the ladies just watch the energy, fuck the words, watch the energy.
yeah. I don't think I get long-winded. I was just giving them a description. You know what I'm saying? I just was breaking it down for them. you know we gotta reach the people in the back. You
Oh
heard?
yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about the characteristics of a BAN. Please feel free to, drop comments if you're watching on YouTube once I upload the visuals. Leave us some comments, leave some suggestions. Help me make this list longer so we can help some people out, so we can avoid these BANs. Now, up next, I'm going to play another commercial and another banger. And when we come back on the other side, we're going to talk about how do people become BANs. Like, they just didn't fly out their mama's cooch being BANs. Something had to happen. And so we're going to discuss that after we come back.
We're going to look at what we call suggestibility.
The male-female dynamic. There's actually another way of thinking.
Oh, wow. Thank you, brother. Check out Beyond the Mind, produced by PeachEnt, Fridays at 8 p.m.
Play the next banger.
That's my ish.
What's the point in being different if they gon' hate on you anyway? I tried to be like y'all, but it messed with my spirit in a different way. I lift my head up to the sky, what's my purpose? And if I sell out for this bag, is it worth it? Treat my morals and my values like they're worthless. For a rollie in a wall full of purses, nothing even matters to me anyway. Nothing even matters. That shit, it never mattered to me anyway. It never mattered. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm okay. See, it's okay when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Man, I'm too solid to go through this and put me down when I'm not with them but against them. Then tell lies because the enemy is vengeful. Yeah, you won't knock me off my tempo. No, I'm protected by my ancestors. You can't touch a child of God. You can't touch me, can't touch me. No, you can't. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm okay. I just want you to be you and let me be me. I know I'm complete. I just want you to be you and let me be me. I know I'm complete. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm complete. I know. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I keep a dollar in a dream on me. I know I'm okay.
Oh man, listen, shout out to Maybach Mel for joining me. I'm unsure if he's going to come back, but that was Dollar in a Dream by my girl Songbird, the goddess, representing the 302. I hope you enjoyed it. That was my motivation for the week to help get me through, right? So now that we're back, let's talk about how do people become BANs, right? Because like I said, people don't just come out the womb being BANs. That's just impossible. That's not how that works. So, how do people become BANs? Let me read this to you, right? So, number one, lack of accountability. The roots of the BAN behavior is the lack of accountability. They blame everyone else, make excuses, and never own their part. Number two, insecurity plus ego protection. Fear of failure and the need to look solid make them talk big instead of taking action. Wow. How many people we know that protect their ego? That is like a major BAN thing. It's a man's thing, right? But I guess it's to the extreme when you're talking about the BAN. So fear of failure. Mm, wow. And the need to look solid. So basically protecting your reputation in public. Also, environment and influence. When fake, disloyal, and inconsistent behavior is the norm, it becomes their norm. So basically, the environment that you're in, that you grew up in, the people that surrounded around you, that you're surrounded by, can force you or help you to develop these BAN mannerisms. That's crazy. Now, the fourth one I could really agree with: no discipline or follow through. They start strong but can't finish. Promises don't get kept. Ooh, wow. So that's the BAN that actually shows up. Oh my God. It just makes me think about so many classic movies and so many experiences that my friends actually have, where the man would show up and say, I'm going to help pay some bills, or I'll be there to watch the children so you could get to that job interview, or so you could get that rest. And they never actually follow through. They never keep their promise. The only time they show up is if they're benefiting. So that is a true BAN moment. Number five, avoidance of discomfort. They fold under pressure, switch up, or disappear when things get real. So we talked about that earlier. When you get into circumstances and you need that BAN to actually be there for you and hold you down, it doesn't always have to be like a physical altercation, but to just be there, and then they just never show up when you need them. Wow. Six, misaligned values. Mm. They value image, convenience, and attention over integrity, loyalty, and substance. That is that arrogant mug that's dressed to the nine irons, and they showing up to events that make them look good. That is, classic, signs of a person that was raised to be a BAN. Welcome back, Maybach Mel. I thought you disappeared. I was like, oh, he got scared. Is he a BAN? Is he not wanting to find out he won?
Don't you ever watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. All right. No, I got obligations. I got things I got to do. So, think I could be here for a few more minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was on, how do people become BANs? And so far, that's a person, they avoid accountability,
Uh-huh.
insecurity, and ego protection, which I think is a deep one. That's very deep. A person that wants to look good in public. They're always protecting their ego. They're not wanting to look bad.
But there's
Also,
people that protect their image too. They don't want to show you the ugly side, but they'll show you always the good side, the pretty side. You know what I mean?
right,
Um,
right.
but again, I don't think those are BAN. That's just people with, I don't know, some type of issues, you know what I mean? Self-confidence, lacking confidence, I should say, lacking self-esteem and all of that. Because we all know, it's like going on Instagram and seeing these pretty girls all day. And it's just like, girl, I know you ain't waking up like that with all this makeup on, with that wig, you know what I'm saying? The lace front on. It's like, show us when you waking up. Stop
Oh,
taking these, portrait pictures and all of that. Show us the ugly side too. You know what I mean? Like let us see that. Be more transparent. That's why I do my live shows. When I do my live shows, I do it live. I don't pre-record. So, you didn't watch some of my interviews where I'm getting phone calls from my children, stuff like that, or a friend calling in. I think the rawness is that's the beauty because it's relatable. People can relate. You know what I mean? If I'm
right.
editing stuff and taking the messed up, because remember how we used to watch like some TV shows and they would like, at the end or even a movie, they'll show you the bloopers that got cut out. You get what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That's funny to put that in so the viewers or the audience could watch. I think that makes it real, just like this show right here. We
Yeah.
ain't editing nothing out. So if y'all hear me flushing the toilet, I'm flushing the toilet. You heard? Raw and uncut.
You're crazy. So one of them is environment and influence. No discipline or follow through. That's where I left off at. No discipline and follow through. They start strong but can't finish. Promises don't get kept. Avoidance of discomfort. They fold under pressure, switch up or disappear when things get real. That's that
Oh yeah,
deadbeat dad
switching
thing.
sides. Yeah, switching up and switching sides. Yeah, that's definitely a BA. But again, yeah, I could drop the N and just keep it as BA. If you switching sides, you know what I'm saying? You was rocking with me, and then now you on the other side. You rocking with my arch nemesis. Oh yeah, you a
Yeah,
bitch ass. Yeah,
BAN, bitch
yeah,
ass nigga.
yeah. Well, that goes for
Misaligned
females too.
values.
Well,
Yeah,
that
well,
goes.
we not talking
Listen.
about the females. We not
Nah,
talking
well,
about the
listen, man. I'm up here. You
MBs.
got a man up here, so we got to have a nice balance.
Listen,
Stop it.
the
We got to have a
MBs
nice
need their
balance.
own show because they got their own set of
All
problems.
right. Well, maybe your next episode could be about that. And I
Yeah,
appreciate
the
that.
NBs.
Yeah, I'll
So
definitely be here for that. Yeah. Yeah. Because there's a lot of them out here. But go ahead. Yeah.
So number 6 is misaligned values. They value image, convenience, attention over their own integrity, loyalty, and substance. That is a narcissist. That is an arrogant motherfucker. That's that motherfucker that cares about how they look, how they hair look, how they driving. They don't give a damn about anything in reference to you. That is a BAN. True to the core. Shit. And number 7 is no self-reflection. The reason why I started to check in and talk about checking in, no self-reflection. They never check themselves. So the
Mm-hmm.
same patterns appear repeatedly. That is a true BAN moment.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is a true one.
Yeah.
Ah,
Definitely. Yep. I mean, that's kind of narcissistic, anyways. Too. Again, we was talking about that earlier, where some people don't want to take accountability. You know what I mean? Again, it's always someone else. They don't think that they the common denominator. You know what I mean? If 5 different people got the same complaints about you, how can you not self-reflect and say, damn, maybe it is me, you know? But again, some people, when they remember, we had a conversation about this. Some people, when they look in the mirror, they're not really looking at themselves. You know what I mean? They're not looking, they can't look at themselves. They're looking at what
true.
they're wearing and stuff like that to see if it looks good, if it matches, if it's sitting right, if it fits right or whatever. But they don't look at themselves, you know. They're not looking into their eyes and the reflection of of the mirror, you know.
True.
So that's why a lot of people can't, they will always blame others, and never take accountability, But people like that, they stay stagnant. They never grow. They don't evolve. They don't get better,
Right.
And everything starts within, you know. Everything starts with you yourself. You know what I mean? People could want to help you, You know what I'm saying? And some people too, this is another thing too. Some people think, well, I'm a bitch ass nigga, but I'm a rich bitch ass nigga. Nigga, you still a bitch ass nigga. You just a nigga with money, a
It
bitch
is a
ass
bitch ass
nigga.
nigga with dough, so you can
Yeah, that's
be
it.
more bitchy.
Yeah, there's all types, man. You could be all types. I mean, there's all types. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas think because they got a bigger house, they got more cars, nigga. You still a bitch ass nigga. You don't
That is
stand on
true.
yeah, you don't stand on no morals, no integrity, nigga. You will sell your mama, nigga. You a bitch ass nigga. Yeah. You quick to throw your your homie under the bus. You a bitch ass nigga. You folding under pressure. Yeah.
Bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, everything was cool. You was gang 2 weeks ago, but then we got away and you got caught and you want to start. Yeah, it was Tyrone, it was Ricky, Bobby, and Mike and Ralph. Oh, nigga, you a bitch ass nigga for
Bitch ass
tattletale.
nigga.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah,
I
don't be
know that's
tough.
right.
Yeah, don't be tough 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Or don't be tough when you got 50, 100 people behind you. But then when you get caught by yourself, solo dolo, it's just you and this other person, you know. Let's see if you really want to stand 10 toes if you're tough. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to be tough with people behind you, you got to be tough by yourself as well, too.
Yeah. Well, a
But,
bitch ass
again,
nigga ain't. They're
yeah,
not. They're not tough alone or with people. They out.
correct. Correct. I mean, there's people, again, there's a lot of people that's not comfortable in their skin. You know what I mean? And, that's a bitch ass nigga. Because again, everything starts with yourself. You know what I mean? Why you want to be Ricky? Why you want to be Mike? You can't be them. You know what I mean? Nigga looking at you like, oh, how Maybach Mel end up with her? You a bitch ass nigga. Yeah. Niggas be saying, yo, niggas be hating, man. Bitch ass nigga. When you hear the
Listen.
uh-huh.
You dropping gems for people. Ladies, listen. He's telling you what a bitch ass nigga look like. You know what? Because sometimes as women, we look at our experience that we're having with a man, but we don't look at the man and the experiences he's having with his family members and his friends.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't like his ass, then 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10, he's a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, nigga, you was grinding hard. You know what I'm saying? You was like, yo, my dream is to get this Mercedes, S500. You get the S500, niggas, bitch ass Tyrone from the neighborhood. While you driving by, everybody's running up like, oh shit, look at those wheels. Damn, you got the white on white joint, huh? You should have got the black on black. Nah, he got the white on white. Oh, yo, you should have got. And there goes bitch ass Ricky talking about that shit is 7 years old. That shit ain't no 2026 though. And it's just like, nigga, you don't even got a bite, you bitch ass nigga. And you hating over there, talking about that shit is 7 years old. It ain't no 26. You bitch ass nigga, get out of here. And them be the same niggas talking about what we was talking about earlier. When you're like, yo, he sleeps with your girl because you got locked up or whatever the case may be.
Right, right.
Those are the same niggas that's whispering to her like, yo, Maybach Mel was with Mike and Ricky and them at the club last night, and they left with some females, and she don't know nothing. She's like, really? You know what I mean? And it could have looked like that, but you really didn't partake. You got the wheels. You know what I'm saying? These females could have lost a ride, or they went to the club in the Uber. You know what I'm saying? Your homies bagged them. You ain't got nothing to do with it. They just getting in your car. But you got this bitch ass nigga who already was hating on you. He already wanted the girl that you ended up with because he wasn't player enough to get her. You feel what I'm saying? He's a bitch ass nigga. And then he go whispering in her ear, and she a bitch ass nigga too for believing in the lie. Remember, they said it's not the lie that's spread about you. It's the people who believe the lie that makes it worse. Yeah. We got to question the third party who believes it. When she comes to you saying, yeah, did you really leave the club with you and your friends and some females? And you're like, yo, who the fuck told you that? And she actually tells you, yeah, Tyrone told me that. And you're like, you that bitch ass nigga.
Well, we got to question Tyrone, bitch ass nigga wouldn't started it, then the girl wouldn't be questioning you. So let's get to the solutions and talk about who is why are these bitch ass niggas out here? So the solutions real quick, own your actions, keep your word, move with consistency, Choose integrity over image. Become who you claim to be. Choose to be better. It's a choice, not whether to be a bitch ass nigga or not to be. So let's talk about why bitch ass niggas exist, and then we're gonna go into our next music video, and then we'll be talking about a real bitch ass nigga that did some real chaotic shit. All right, so this is funny. So, ladies, it was a lady that suggested that I talk about this bitch ass nigga topic. I mean, really, I am not a male basher in any sense of the form. I am a reformed bitch ass nigga word user. I don't use it. But since we had to go here, I was thinking, like, how did these people get here? Where did it come from? Right? So I pulled up some statistics because it said it's from your upbringing, your background, your environment. And when I did a study, well, pulled up the statistics of the structures of black families, ladies, do you see this? It doesn't look good. So we know welfare was created what around the 1950s or 60s. So it says 22% of black children lived in single parent homes, right? That's in the 1960s. So that's two parent households majority. 1970, 29.5 living in single mother homes. That's a shift. Then 86, 60%, damn, of black families headed by single parents, primarily mothers. Damn. And so then when you get to 1960 all the way up to 2000, 54% of black children are living with a majority of their mothers, single parent household with mothers. So ladies, are we creating our own problem? Are we reproducing bitch ass niggas? And then complaining that we're running into them. It sounds like we're our own problem. Mel, what do you think? I think we created our own problem. Damn.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of reason why they could be bitch ass niggas. It don't necessarily mean that it could start at home. You know, it can start at home. There's a bunch of, again, we can deep dive into it and all of this other stuff. But I think for the most part, you know, people know what they're doing. You know, it's just like if I'm lying to you, I know I'm lying to you. You know what I mean? Why not just be honest with you? So if I know I'm lying and I could just be honest with you, why not just be honest? If I'm lying, I'm a bitch ass nigga for lying. You know what I mean? So that has nothing to do with my upbringing. You feel what I'm saying? So again, I kind of, again, it could be different reasons. Like I said, some people it does start at home. For the most part it does. But when do you grow up? When do you evolve as a human being, as a person? I'm watching this movie right now. Idris Elba, or whatever, however you pronounce his name, Albers, whatever his name is. He's a bitch
Idris
ass nigga.
Elba.
Yeah, he's a bitch ass nigga in this movie. No Good Deed with it came out in 2014 with what's her name again? Taraji P. Henderson. Oh yeah, he was a bitch ass nigga in that movie. You know what I mean? He's a bitch ass nigga. So look.
I don't know. I get what you're saying. It could be a number of factors, but the reason why I like to look into the households, because number one, to me, if I grew up in a household full of females, where am I learning to be a man if I don't have a male figure, a righteous male solid figure, right? And then it says that the BANs actually don't do any self evaluation. So if I'm coming out of my household and I don't have a male figure and I'm not doing self-evaluation, then I had to already be this BAN. I couldn't have been a good dude. And then another thing, I think when you come out of a single family household, you have to become a BAN to survive. Like a lot, it's like a survival tactic.
But that's why I
You have to
said it.
become arrogant, selfish, and all of these different things.
But see, that's why I said it's all on the individual, like you said, self-reflecting, checking yourself and all this other stuff. Because I'm gonna talk about, some of the guys that I personally know. They grew up around females and they don't have female tendencies. They're not bitch ass niggas. You know what I mean? Some of them dudes are the best dudes compared to the guys who did grow up with a father figure or a male figure around that are bitch ass niggas. You see what I'm saying? They had the
Mm.
masculinity in their household, or like I said, a male figure, a guy, somebody that they could look up to, whether it was a next door neighbor, uncle, cousin, football coach. You see what I'm saying? They chose to be bitch ass niggas.
Oh,
So
okay.
again, yeah. So it's not always a single household. I know you're reading, what was written down, but a lot of that could be, it could be agendas behind that. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. I'm not saying everything that we read is all lies and made up and created, but it can be manipulated, is all I'm saying. You know,
I
um,
get it.
I,
No, I
I'll
did
use
my
this. I'll use
own
this analogy,
research.
right? I'll use this analogy real quick, right? So at one point, I used to hear like, oh, a lot like um, 1 out of 3 black men who don't read past the fourth grade level goes to prison at some point, right? The percentage is high, but what about the ones who don't read past a fourth grade level but never went to prison? You see what I'm saying? Did they just invade? I mean, not invade, but elude the police officers? Was they just good criminals to not get caught? You see what I'm saying? So I don't like to really like um I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Like I'll just use the
Speculate.
word believe for lack of a
Right.
better word. That's what it is because same
Okay.
thing, right? There's another analogy I could use where they say a certain a lot of guys who go to prison, they like you just said, you read about it, come from a single parent background. But when I went to prison using my own experience, a lot of the guys that I was talking to came from a two-parent household. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
needle in the haystacks.
no, so mhm.
Needle in the haystacks. But I pull up the statistics to say that 9 times out of 10, right? Because it's 50-50. Well, not 9 times out of 10. It's a 50-50 chance that women are raising these men.
That's a
And
fact. Mhm.
if a man is being raised by a man and he's not righteous, he could very well be being raised by a bitch ass nigga himself.
Mhm.
So,
Correct. That
these
too.
behaviors aren't just coming out the sky.
Yeah.
A lot of times for women, we're judging men and oh, he's a bitch ass nigga, he's that, and I don't want to impart any wisdom. I just want him to get the fuck away from me, but it changes nothing.
But if I notice that I'm doing sucker shit or bitch ass nigga shit, right? Like when don't why wouldn't I want to catch myself and say, yo, damn, I just lied to her for no fucking apparent reason. That was some bitch ass nigga shit. Like,
Because you
you know what I
don't
mean?
do any self-reflection.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Yeah, so again, it don't matter how you were raised because again, I can talk on personal experience on people that I know that went through group homes. You know what I'm saying? They was going through group homes every month. They was at a whole different house around different people. You see what I'm saying? And that person has 7 children, is active in in his children's lives. You see what I'm saying? Compared to
Right.
somebody else who grew up in a two-parent household who have children and don't is not active in his children's life. So again, this is what I'm saying. Like, is these studies really being done properly? You see what I'm saying? Is the numbers mixed and screwed with? You know what I mean? So we
It
really
could
don't.
be.
Correct. We
I
don't know.
said it could be, but I'm going to say this much. If you are listening to this show and you enjoy this content, you tell us your opinion in the comment section when I upload this on YouTube. Let us know. Do you agree with me? Do you think people are raised to be bitch ass niggers or been in contact with BANs and they grew up to be that way? Now, of course, I do believe in the later years you can take accountability, but 9 times out of 10, when you a BAN, sometimes you don't unless somebody bring you center stage to let you know that you have these behaviors. Because somebody has to be validating you in order for you to continue this, right?
Mhm.
But this was interesting. Maybe I'll talk about the nigga bitches, but yeah, this is something. Ladies, I just want y'all to, because again, a lady wanted me to talk about this topic. With everything you heard here today and the discussion and dialogue between me and Mel and what I brought up, it could be very well botched the statistics, right? But I just want you to take accountability if you need to, or think about your role in society. You know, we often put out the things that we don't want to deal with. These things just don't occur. And I want you to think about, before you call somebody a bitch ass nigga, is that even the right thing to say? Should we be encouraging these people to be better? Because at the end of the day, I am not about bashing on this show. Did you have anything final you wanted to say before I get into the news portion of the show and get to the real BAN? Because this guy is a BA fucking N.
No, I'm good.
All right, so let's get to the news and talk about this bitch ass nigga, David.
It's time for the latest news.
What is up, family?
What the hell is going on?
Gruesome new details this morning just made public in the murder case against the singer known as David.
Gigi joins us now with more on what prosecutors unveiled in this new court document right away. We just want to let you know these allegations are very disturbing.
They are, especially when you consider that she's basically a child,
right?
Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Prosecutors filed a brief yesterday with the evidence they say they have against singer David, whose real name, by the way, is David Burke. They detail what they describe as the horrifying steps that the singer took to dismember and then hide the body of his teenage girlfriend after they say he stabbed her to death last April. According to the document, which outlines evidence prosecutors plan to present, the singer-songwriter placed the teenager's body after killing her in a blue inflatable pool in his garage, and this was done to keep blood off the floor. And again, this is just an allegation, but it is very difficult to hear. The DA's office says he removed her limbs. He dismembered her with a chainsaw, one of two that he had ordered online. They also say he ordered a shovel, a cadaver bag, and other materials using a fake name, Victoria Mendez, and had them delivered to his Hollywood Hills home after the murder. They say he also ordered something called a burn cage. That's to burn evidence. The decomposed torso and head of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez were found in September inside a cadaver bag in the trunk of the Tesla that belongs to Burke. A plastic garbage bag was under the cadaver bag with her arms and legs. The prosecutors say her ring and pinky finger on her left hand, one of those fingers tattooed with Burke's name, were missing, and prosecutors say they were amputated by the singer and have never been found. The Tesla was towed to an impound lot where workers noticed a bad odor and called police. The brief also outlines a possible motive for murder. According to prosecutors, the singer wanted to silence Celeste after she threatened to go public with their relationship. Prosecutors say the pair had a sexual relationship that started when Celeste was only 13 years old, but they claim they had actually been involved since she was 11. Burke has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and other charges, and at his April 20th arraignment, David's lawyer said the evidence will actually prove that he did not murder Celeste. Certainly some very disturbing allegations.
Yeah, in those documents, it also showed that once her parents found out about this alleged relationship, they took her cell phone away, and that he had purchased a separate cell phone to get sent to her at her school. Text messages, a lot of the evidence here. What more do we know about that?
Well, they say that Celeste had been reported missing, and when she returned home, her parents took away her cell phone. So prosecutors claim that singer David paid $1,000 to a student at her junior high school to give her a burner phone, a cell phone that he had bought for her that her parents wouldn't know about, and that he went to all this trouble. And by that point, they claim he knew she was a minor because she had been reported missing, and because parents thought she was in this relationship with David. They had sent the sheriff's department to do a welfare check, right? And they told David, "Hey, she's only 13 years old," and he said, "Oh, I had no idea. I thought she was over 18." And they say that the cell phone that he gave her was after he knew that she was a minor.
Wow. And so they're doing these like digital forensics now. They're combing through all the pictures. They even said that there was child pornography on this phone. Anything else that we know that they've discovered so far from all of that digital evidence?
The text messages, they are listed, some of them are listed in detail, and prosecutors say that the text messages discuss a possible pregnancy, a possible abortion, Plan B, that the many text messages are sexual in nature, and perhaps more importantly, they allege that they had an entire argument via text message where Celeste threatened to discover their relationship, to make it public.
That explains some of the charges too.
That's they say is the motive for murder.
Also, I'm curious, as elaborate as it was, all these steps that allegedly were taken to try to dispose of the body, like there are witnesses or other accomplices that might have also taken part in all of this, and so maybe this will all come as they continue the investigation.
The investigation is still very active. They're still looking for more evidence. And coming up later on Good Day LA, we'll talk a little bit about the Uber and the text messages that police say David sent to Celeste after she was already dead.
All right.
A lot of.
This case, this bitch ass nigga. You want to kill somebody because they want to end a relationship?
I mean, his song that went viral, and that song he told you who he is. And I think the same what he did to this girl is basically the type of shit he was putting, the lyrics was to his songs. Like, he'll kill you and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? If you try to leave him. So, they was eating up his music online. That's how he blew up. He was making all his songs that blew him up, he was making in his room, in his closet, and I feel like,
Did you just say his closet?
No,
So
he
he's
did.
he's
It's
a
the truth.
YouTube sensation. Okay, so basically,
No, he was like I think he was playing video games, right? He was
okay.
playing video games, and in the video games, I believe he was playing the music on, like, because there's gamers that do this. They have a YouTube channel where they just playing video games, and some of the video games got copywritten songs. He was getting strikes, and he was pissed off at that. So he came up with the idea of, let me do my own songs to these videos, and that's how he started. He blew up. He actually was decent at the songs. You know what I'm saying? And people started listening. Yeah, I mean, people started listening or whatever and stuff like that. This is how I found out about him, because when I seen this story too, I didn't know nothing about him, and somebody kind of did their own little documentary with receipts and everything, and I think the YouTuber did a good job, and they was like, yo, from the beginning, this dude showed signs that he was a sicko or psycho.
Okay,
You
so
get what
you
I'm
could
saying?
he was so
Yeah, he
basically he
wasn't.
was
He wasn't.
already psychopathic.
There you go. Yeah, he was already unstable, unbalanced, because again, him saying to the officers, "Oh, I didn't know she was 18," is a lie. That was the number
Yeah.
one thing
Yeah.
because they had this like Discord type of thing online where they would chat privately, and it would be tons of people on there. They always telling him, "Hey, this chick is only 11 years old." So
Yeah, she
he
was
knew.
11.
Yes, he knew from the start. He, again, these psycho people, or whatever, sickos, they're they're kind of good with
Psychopath.
psychopaths. They're kind of good with lying to
They
whoever
good
believes their
with
lie.
master
There you go,
manipulation.
manipulating, And again, not taking
And
accountability.
profiling.
Yeah, not
Yes.
taking accountability. Well, I didn't know she was 11 because her body looks like a 24-year-old. Like,
No,
no, no, I'm giving an
no.
example how they
Yeah, I
talk.
know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
they will never take blame. They won't be like, oh, well, damn, maybe she does look young. Because, dog, when you see the girl's picture, whatever her last age was, you could tell she was super young. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
you come on. Like, what are we
Baby
talking about here?
like.
Yeah,
Baby like. And
yeah,
then
but
you know
again,
what? She had on Hello Kitty
mhm.
freaking
There you
Crocs with
go.
the
Correct,
Hello
correct,
Kitty pictures.
correct.
And then
And
did you he paid, listen, the family found out because I was
yeah,
wondering about the
I
family.
know about that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
and he
Yeah,
paid to get her cell phone in school. So
yes.
he's a liar. He knows how old this
Well, whoever the
girl
friend is too,
is.
that tells me everything about the friend. Money is more important because
A
he paid you a
thousand
thousand
dollars.
dollars to make sure she gets the burner phone. Why you think he was giving her a burner phone? You see what I'm saying? And again, um, we could blame him all we want, but where was the girl's parents too in this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why didn't they
Yeah.
take action? You know what I'm saying? To really like start paying attention to their daughter if they wasn't paying attention you see what I'm saying? Like, come on. So I'm not saying that it's the parents' fault at all. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is if the parents was a little more tighter or paying a little more attention or being,
Right.
maybe this wouldn't have happened to their daughter.
My thoughts too. My
You
thoughts
know?
too. I was wondering, like, how was she able to disappear
Hmm.
for weeks and months?
Yeah.
I
Because
could
she
never
did
do
before.
that.
Because she did before. Yeah. Because she did before. And she would lie. Again, like I said, I watched a video where this dude was talking about she would lie. She would tell the parents, oh, I'm going to go over this person's house. So they really would believe that she's going to another girl's
For
house.
weeks.
Listen, man, that's why I say the parents got to get some blame. Yeah, I'm just saying. We're in a different age. Time. It's not like it's not our era. This generation is kind of lax. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If and stuff like that. There's not like, oh, when you get to Chrissy's house, put her mother on the phone to solidify it. You get what I'm saying? And stuff.
Right. And
They
you can
didn't.
only stay one night because
Yeah.
you got school on Monday morning.
Correct. I mean, it's a little bit better with the technology now because you can have the person's location on your phone to share. No, you're going to share your location with me so I know that you over there. And you know what I'm saying? And all this other stuff. That's a little bit better compared to back then. You know what I mean? Unless you was able to buy spy stuff to where you could put a little GPS on your child's backpack or whatever in their sneakers because they have that now too, and stuff like that. But I'm just saying like that dude's disgusting, but the signs were all there. He used to be in school. The mother took him out of school. He was getting homeschooled and stuff like
Right.
that. He stayed in
Right.
his room. He was a gamer. All he did was play video games and again, all the signs was there. You know what I mean? So again,
Yeah. Yeah. And just to hear like the what he actually did to her. He
I
took
told
a
you.
sharp instrument and was stabbing her between the ribs on the
Yeah.
left, and then on the right, he
Listen,
stabbed her
just
in
to
the
do
liver.
everything that he did, you listen, you don't got
Cut
no
her up with
soul.
a
Yeah, you don't have
chainsaw.
no soul if you doing all of that. Remember, I told you they have matching
Yeah.
tattoos. Why you think he cut the finger off? Because they
Oh,
have the same.
those are trophies.
I
No,
mean
I don't.
that too, but I'm just saying the matching tattoos is would have really linked it because when they investigated to link up with him, you get what I'm saying? But
Right.
they took pictures, and just because you delete something from your phone doesn't mean it ain't still there. So they got pictures of them showing their hands together with the matching tattoo. You get what I'm saying, and all of that. But I get what you're
Yeah.
saying,
I
because I
believe
just
those are trophies for, because psychopaths typically
yeah.
keep something so they could
Souvenirs,
keep
souvenirs,
yeah,
souvenirs. Yeah,
souvenirs and trophies
yeah.
to
I
revisit the
just I
act.
just watched something about that. Yeah, I watched something about
Yeah,
that
this is
where
disgusting.
that's how they really found somebody guilty of a murder. You know what I mean? He grabbed a souvenir, not a souvenir, but he grabbed something as a souvenir for himself, as a trophy, as yeah, this is so and so
Right.
that I killed, and this was in their living room. So that solidified the case when they found the I forgot the ornament that he took from this lady's house, but you're right about that. Psychopath do that. They'll take
Yeah.
something. as a memorabilia for them or whatever trophy. It's
Yeah,
just sick. It's psychotic. We're
it
trying to
is.
win real trophies through playing sports or whatever, or going to the amusement park. You hit the target and they're like, "Oh, what prize you want?" You're like, "Oh, I want the teddy bear." These clowns is,
I want a
they
body part.
yeah, I want a body part, like for a souvenir. Like, what do you mean? I would listen, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he was sleeping with it and I don't know, doing some sicko stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
probably was. You know what scares me though? If he's a true psychopath, and I don't know how many tours he's done, I
Hmm.
would go back and check the cities that he was in to see if he tried to do this before. Like
Yeah.
if he,
Hmm.
if people died,
Hmm. Well, I know
in
on the
those
tour they
states.
said he was bringing a casket on the stage
Yeah.
in his videos after he done did what he did. He had a look-alike, just like the girl. He had
Right.
yeah,
In
he
the
had a look-alike in.
bleachers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm saying in the videos. I mean, in his music
No,
videos, he
she
had.
was actually at the live show stand. They had a
Oh,
lady
oh,
looking just like her in
oh.
the
But I
bleachers
know in
standing
his
above.
videos, yeah, that's how sick he is. He had a look-alike play the girl in his music videos. In every video, he always had a look-alike. But again, in every video, I mean, not every video, but every lyric, there was something wicked that he would put in the songs. And he had the satanic, type of things in his videos too. That's
Yeah.
letting you know. So what he did to make it big. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
He did
saying?
a
So
whole song about her. It's called One More Dance.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
eerie as shit, man.
And this is
He's
what I'm trying to tell you.
scary.
In every song, the guy who did the video to expose, that I saw, that's how I learned about him, was exposing every lyric, was highlighting the lyrics where he's blatantly saying like, "Yo, if you get with me, you're never leaving me. It's death do his part type
Mm.
of thing." Yeah, not like through natural causes, but like, nigga, I'm gonna unalive your ass. You know what I mean? Type of shit. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. Like if
Sicko.
that type of shit is, if I can't have you, nobody damn sure ain't gonna have you type shit. You know. And
That's some
again,
sick shit.
there's men that do that too. They'll date younger females. It's all for controlling purposes, dog. It's all to have control and power over somebody because they know somebody their age. Let's just say the person is fucking 45 years old. You think they're gonna go deal with a woman who's 45? Because they're gonna say something that's outlandish and crazy, and the woman's gonna be like, "Nigga, I'm not doing that." Or you know what I mean? They're gonna challenge them. And these people, again, it's a narcissistic. I think he was a super narcissist. Besides
Yeah.
being a psychopath,
He's
he
just a
was
psycho.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
But psychopaths do have narcissistic traits. But you know what? We are almost at the end of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll revisit this guy because
Hmm.
I'm interested in seeing where this case is gonna go. But
Hmm.
I'm done as of now. Talk about this bitch ass nigga.
Or do a
The
YouTube show
ultimate
about
bitch
it.
ass nigga.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah,
a
maybe we
YouTube
could
show.
get off and do a YouTube show.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you for joining me.
You already know.
Um,
No problem.
shout out your channel. Let them know what you're doing, and then we're
Um.
gonna close out with a video.
All right.
From Queen Kalani called "Done Her Wrong." I think that's fitting because Celeste was done wrong. Like this is fucked up.
Yeah, it
But
is.
go ahead, Maybach.
Um. Yeah. What I do, I'm a content creator. I'm on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Maybach Mel. That's Maybachmel. 1804, all one word, all together. I have a Q&A interview um, series that I do with guests on there. I do it live. Y'all could tap in, tune in, and same thing. Y'all could tell me if I'm doing a good job. If you like the topics, my last guest was a orthopedic specialist, a doctor. So try to have different type of people on my platform. You know what I mean? To inform the masses about different things.
All right. Well, that is our show. Tune in to Indamix Radio 12 to 2, right? For me, Peach, and all of my fabulous guests. Maybe Maybach will join us again. Also, if you like this show and you want to see the visuals, download the mobile app or follow me at PeachEnt Brands on YouTube. With that being said, y'all have a fabulous Sunday, and I'm going to leave y'all with Queen Kalani. See
Peace.
y'all next week, next Sunday.
Peace.
Somebody take me to church. Never should have done wrong. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. Never should have done wrong. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. Boy, you should've never ever put your hands on me. Now I gotta live with the scars for eternity. Though I am showing up, but some days I just pray. And only Lord knows I pray the pain away. Gotta keep it moving, I ain't gon' stop improving. I'm gon' keep on going. No, you miss my loving. I knew it. Saving all this love for a king who deserves it all. Oh, never should've done wrong. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. Never should've done wrong. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. Embrace all the pain I went through, 'cause it made me. Healed up once I broke free, blossom beautifully. Let's stop, 'cause it's my time. Take a look at me now. Now you see happy on my face. Can't believe it, ooh, gotta keep it moving. I ain't gon' stop improving. I'm gon' keep on going. No, you miss my loving. Saving all this love for a king who deserves it all. Oh, never should've done. Never. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. Never should've done wrong. Now you see what you hate. Realize she's a thug girl. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. No, she ain't. No, she ain't. No, she ain't coming back. Oh.
Let's go, Peach.
This is
They know that I'm crazy retard. They know that I'm crazy retard. My shooters run down, no talking. I don't got time for the barking. Bitch, I'ma pull up and park it. Treat you like a blunt, I'ma spark it. They know that I'm crazy retard. They know that I'm crazy retard. They know that I'm crazy retard. They know that I'm crazy retard.